Hi, Sarah. Great to meet you.
Hi,
And
Maggie.
great to see you again. And even though we are a little bit 8,000 K or so from each other, I know that you're a great entrepreneur in Guangzhou and also been my Chinese teacher in the past. 我知道我的中文不太好。
没有。
So Sarah is a great fellow entrepreneur from China. I'll let you introduce yourself in a moment. But of course, in this series, I'm working on getting people's insights from across the world, different entrepreneurs, different industries, of how they're actually dealing with this current corona COVID-19 disruption that I think most business owners, if not every single one, have experienced. Some it's been positive, some it's been negative. But first of all, Sarah, thank you and welcome to the show. And would you be happy to just explain a bit about yourself and the company you're running?
Yes, certainly. Thank you so much, Maggie, for having me here. It's an honor and so lovely to speak to you, kind of face to face, at least to see your face. So that's very great. So yeah, I'm Sara, originally from Finland. Been living in Guangzhou for 10 years now. I run a Chinese language center called Expat Chinese. So to put it in short, we teach foreigners Chinese language and Chinese culture.
Excellent. And so during this crisis, I know that how did it impact you as a leader?
It's definitely been a great impact because, well, for everyone, this kind of situation coming as a big surprise. So we originally had all our, 2020 spring plans all, well put in a way, what we gonna do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then suddenly, wake up one morning and realize like all that plans, just have to throw it away and try to, think of something new.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge challenge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what kind of things? So what were kind of the tools that you used to stay resilient? What were some of the things that you did? Maybe this could either be personal or in the company to kind of deal with this sudden change of the shredding 2020's strategy plan.
So definitely like first you're like, getting out of that rut, in the beginning phases, just checking the news all the time, what has happened, what are the numbers? Like first of all is, getting rid of that bad habit to checking the news all the time because, not too many good things can come out of that. So definitely like first step from, getting, back up from that pit perhaps that gone into, and then really thinking like, okay, the situation is this, there's nothing I can do to change it. So what is it that we can do during this time to still keep on going? Now we work in education and, we've seen, the schools going online. So of course it made me think, what kind of things can we do online? What can we do more even that we did before? So really trying to think of, okay, this is, the reality we are in, but what can we do? Mm-hmm. Because certainly, there's no option of giving up.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing very much here is that you're very much working from the whole like locus of control. Is like, what can I focus on that's in my control rather than all of the things that's outside my control. Excellent. That sounds,
yeah, exactly.
Sounds like a very, very good strategy. And how are you I know that China is opening up a little bit now. How is it now in China?
So here in Guangzhou, I would say the situation was never really bad. So we had it quite okay over here. Of course, having all the schools out for months and workers having a longer holiday and everything. Well, now we are getting quite close to normal. People are already going out to eat restaurants and such. All the schools are opening this month. Next month, the kindergartens are opening as well. They already stopped, they used to restrict people to go in other living areas or villages, for example. They have stopped that just this week. We still need to wear the mask and have temperature checks, but that's basically seems to be the kind of the only thing out of ordinary that we're doing now in daily basis.
Okay. So at the moment you feel that everything is going back to normal. So for some of the maybe business entrepreneurs, maybe some of those like myself who are now set outside of China, because of course for those who might be watching this who's not aware that China's actually closed their borders, so even the people who normally live and work in China cannot actually get back even if they want to. So even though everything, even if they have their work visa, they have their businesses and everything, they cannot actually get back into China at this moment in time. It's still at the moment a little bit of a waiting game of when are those borders going to open so people can get back to kind of their new normal or new reality of life with Corona. So yeah, what would you say to some of these small businesses or entrepreneurs? And it may not, and this could be across the world, I think, because I know there's going to be a lot of small to medium companies out there who have had some form of effect from this crisis. What would you recommend? What would you say to these people?
Yeah, I want to start with saying things are getting back to normal, more from the your personal life point of view. Now, of course, the business life, that is a whole another matter. I read that in Guangzhou, for example, we usually have 80,000 foreigners living here, and right now we only have 30,000, and that is, for example, for us, that is our target customer base. So suddenly there's 50,000, people stuck outside who would like to come back. So definitely, I would see, all companies being affected by this. But I would really, what I would say to other companies as well, definitely, look onto your ways, what you can do and how you can go online. I think one of the biggest lessons from here was that previously, our business was heavily, towards people coming physically to us. And this was a great reminder for us that, sometimes it's not just possible for people to come to you, and to think of, ways to do your business online, offering courses, workshops, educating online, or even, online products. So I think in many businesses, actually, there are some possibilities to put part of your business online, or if it's not possible at all, then I would personally say is it possible to have some sort of a side business online? So not to have kind of all your eggs in a basket where says people have to physically come to me. I think that's one of the big realizations I'm having this spring.
Okay, so one of what I'm hearing here is that one thing is generate more revenue flows and definitely utilize the online channels as possible to stay more resilient and to be able to continue business even though it's not in the way that it's normally done.
Yeah, exactly, definitely.
That sounds great. And then I have one more question, because I know that just before we started this interview, I saw it pop up on my Facebook. You have a little bit of a project going on at the moment. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, you're right. Some, a new project coming up, because I think one good thing that is coming out from this, the spring is people getting creative with new things, and, especially online. So that's what we're doing as well, to starting a YouTube channel. So, an online way of working as well. For us on our YouTube channel, we want to showcase, especially Guangzhou, kind of a Guangzhou lifestyle, culture, important, interesting, exciting, inspiring people and things over here. So that's kind of something coming soon.
Okay, excellent. And I hope that you might have a link for me, because then I will share it below. So everyone who's watching here at the moment can also share what you're doing, because I know that you've been blogging for years and you're a wonderful person. I know that. I just can't wait to have a cup of tea soon together, but let's see what Corona wants. But thank you very much for being part, and thank you very much for your input, Sarah, and all the best. Look after Guangzhou.
Thank you so much.
The foreigners
it was an honor.
At the moment.
It was an honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Make sure you follow Mimir Global social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn and WeChat. I look forward to engaging with you so you can perform in a world of change.